Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to easily upgrade your Crazy Cart XL to a level 3 for under $250. This cart goes 20 miles an hour and has double the ride time compared to the stock cart. Now how I did it for under $250, the first thing I did was I ditched the stock 36 volt batteries and upgraded the battery to a 48 volt 14 amp hour battery, which is linked above and also in the description. I upgraded to a high speed controller, and then I went up here to the stock motor and I replaced the 9-tooth motor sprocket with an 11-tooth motor sprocket. That got me from 15 miles an hour up to 20 miles per hour. With the higher speeds, it really warranted me getting this hydraulic brake because it was really precarious not being able to stop at 20 miles an hour. There you can see the hydraulic brake and the disc. That was really nice for $100. And then with the higher speeds, I was shredding the stock casters, so I upgraded to these heavy duty casters. I also added these underglows, which give it a real cool effect at night. But before we get started on the installs, please like and subscribe, and let's get after it. So the first thing we're going to do is unbolt these two screws so that we can lift the seat up. That exposes the controller and the batteries. So in order to remove these batteries, what you want to do is take these little tabs and you'll want to turn these bolts counterclockwise. Obviously make sure that that's off, and then I'm going to go ahead disconnect the battery terminal like that. There we have it. The plate's off with these quick disconnects. I'll set that aside. Straps here, and I can easily lift this up and remove the battery pack. This is ample room for a 36 volt lithium battery or a 48 volt to give me more performance. With the stock battery pack out of the cart, what I want to do is retain this factory clip. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it at both ends. With the factory battery connector here, I'm going to go ahead and strip these wires off so I can make an easy connection. Now I have the bare wires here. So I have everything I need. This is the factory connector from the battery. This is my XD60 male connector. I have my lever connectors here. This makes it very easy. I already stripped these wires here. I'm going to go ahead and strip these wires on the XD60 connector like this. And then it's very easy to make this wire harness because everything is color coded. You want to open these levers like this, and then just simply put the red into the orange side like that, drop the lever, and do the same with the black to blue. Like this. Stick that into there, and then I'm going to do the same here, just line up the red to the red and the black to the black. The black there like that, drop that lever, and then the red on this side. There we have it. There is a very easy wire connector. I have the factory connector to an XD60, and I can easily connect whatever lithium battery I want to this, and it makes it very easy. And this is nice and simple, no soldering, and these are rated to 32 amps. So here is the new 48 volt battery. Let's see when I open this up. It's got some foam pieces in it. This is the battery. I could probably utilize this foam to make a nice cradle. And then there's a charger in here. You'll see that it fits in there nice and easily. This is the new charger, which I want to use. And then it has some connector pieces here. This is if you want to use this T connector or Dean's connector. But you can see here they have an adapter from the T connector that can just plug right in like that. And this plugs right into that harness that I made. I want to find a nice way to package this battery so it doesn't slide around, and make sure that it's protected so it won't start any types of fire. So what I want to do is disconnect this and make a little cradle like this. This foam actually works really well. It fits in there almost perfect. there we have it like that. Wow, I could just use that. And then I have this plate which retains it like that. So I could just use this foam piece on top like this potentially. Yeah. And then just install these screws. Now I want to make sure that these wires go in the right location like this. And then I can install these screws like that. And then the other screw on this side like this. Super easy. Wow, that was really easy install. And then I can just plug this in like that. What I want to do is make sure that I utilize this direct battery charger port so that I can charge the battery to its full capabilities. Because if I use this one, it's only going to charge it to 36 volts. I want to be able to charge this to the max capacity of 48 volts, which is actually 54.6 volts. I'm just going to charge it directly, and that way it'll be safe. I'm going to tuck the charging cord down in here now, and it looks like it's good to go. You can just simply close that, and then you can see that it turns on. In this segment, I'm swapping out the stock controller for this fast scooter controller. The stock controller can handle the 48 volt battery, but the fast scooter controller provides better amp output and better torque for the motor, so that's why I'm swapping it, and I'll show you step by step in this segment. All right, to remove the factory controller, just simply unplug all your connections. Then using a screwdriver, remove the bolts. There we have it. That's the factory controller. And to install the fast scooter controller, you want to peel off this sticky part like this so it stays. And then I do like one bolt of mechanical attachment. So I'm going to reuse one of the bolts here. Since the controller is a little bit smaller footprint, I'm going to just screw down one side. All of these connections are foolproof, or they can only be connected one way. So don't be scared of this. This is a 3-prong connection. Go ahead and put that together. The last one I want to connect is the battery, of course. And this one is a 2-prong connection. And I'm going to find that one right here. There we have it. Then to the charge port and the connection for the gas pedal. And this extra connector is if you want to hook up headlights or tail lights or LEDs. And then the last one here is the battery connector. Sometimes you see a little bit of a pop here. And there we have it. We got everything connected. All right, with the new controller installed, turn that on. Let's go ahead and check the throttle. Yep, everything works great. And let's move on to upgrading that motor sprocket. In this segment, we're going to upsize the gearing from the 9-tooth to an 11-tooth gear that you can see here. This will increase the speed about 22% and get me to 20 miles per hour. To remove the nut on the end of the motor, what you want to use is a torque gun, and you want to set it to tighten mode because it's reverse thread, so it's going to loosen up. It's 12 millimeters, so I'm just going to hit this real quick. There you see it. It comes off, and you'll notice that there is a lock washer on the end here. So you're going to have this nut and a lock washer. Now that I have the nut removed, you're going to see not much is happening. So what I want to do is, I probably should have done this before, is remove the tension from the chain tensioner. I'm going to use some needle nose pliers. I'm going to grab the chain tensioner. Set that aside like this. Now that chain can be easily removed. You're going to see that it's still a little sticky, and what you might have to do is use a small crowbar and a block of wood in order to get behind it. So I'm going to take this scrap piece of wood that I have, just kind of pry that off, work it around. See that? And then it'll finally start to come loose. There we have it. So if we compare the two different sizes, you can see the difference. You have the 11 tooth and the 9 tooth. A link to the product is above and also in the description. So go ahead and install this. I can utilize the stock chain. I should be able to. What you want to do is take note where the flat spot is. Stick the sprocket on the chain like this, and now start to seat it on the axle, getting that flat spot lined up like that, and install that lock washer. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on the reverse threaded nut. Always have to think about that, putting it on. So now I'm going to set this to loosen. Got that. All right, there we have it. It's installed. Now I'm going to put the chain tensioner back on. Reach down in here, grab the chain tensioner spring, put it on the outside. There we have it. It's installed. And there we have it. All good to go. Now that we got the new 11-tooth motor sprocket installed, let's turn that cart on and test it. Oh yeah, much more improvement. Now the cart goes 19 to 20 miles per hour. So far in this video, I showed you how to upgrade the battery and controller along with the motor sprocket to get you to a stage 3 Crazy Cart XL that does 20 miles per hour. And I also added a hydraulic brake for safety because with the higher speeds, you really need that. A link to that video is above and also in the description. I also added these upgraded casters because the stock ones really wore out. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do that because there are plenty of videos that show you how to do that. That one is linked above. I also upgraded the front tire to a pneumatic tire because the solid stock tire tends to bounce around and it doesn't give you as much grip and it bounces the cart pretty violently. This is the Kendra tire. It gives a nice balance of grip and performance. A link to that tire is in the description and how to install video is above. I also added this high visibility flag, which really looks cool when I'm riding at the higher speeds, and the LED underglows, which really look cool at night. You can change the colors with the remote that you see here and different patterns. I highly recommend it. It's really easy to install. They're rechargeable. So if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. I hope that you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.